Hi everyone, and welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you're new. For today's video, I'll be showing you how to get this very golden smoky eye. This is a really great party look. It's a very glam type of look, something I don't normally do day to day, but something I would do for a more formal event. And I did this entire look with the new, well, it's not new, but it's new to Sephora, which is why I picked it up, but the 35M palette from Morphe. And honestly, you'll have to see the shadows in action. It's super great, so stay tuned for that in this video. So without further ado, if you'd like to see how to get this look, then please keep on watching. Alright guys, so I've already primed my face, put on foundation, concealer, powder, and I've done my brows. Everything I use will be in the description box, but I just wanted to touch base with you guys on the lashes. So I mentioned at the end of my previous video that I would update you guys on the lashes. And honestly, I could say that they are really good lashes. Like, they lasted all day, they did not move, they didn't budge, and they started to become normal to me. So if you are new to my channel and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link the video below. But basically, I was talking about these lashes right here. And I tried them out for a couple hours, and I said I would let you guys know how they were for a couple hours, and they were great. So now that I've got that out of the way, we're going to move on to the eyeshadow. Alright, so first off, I'm going to take the White Peach palette from Too Faced, and I'm taking that shade Peach Cream. And then I'm going to apply this all over my lid and my crease area. This is just going to act as a really nice base so that I can put more shadows on top. You guys know I use this trick all the time. So before I move forward with the eyeshadow, I just wanted to let you guys know that I got a new palette, and it's a Morphe palette. So this is the 35M palette, the Boss Artistry palette, and this will be my first time using it for this tutorial. So I just wanted to show you guys what the palette looks like. Alright, so I decided to show the palette up close just so you guys can see a better view of it. This is what it looks like, and I'm going in first thing with the shade Play It Cool. One of my favorite types of colors, a nice warm tone brown. And I'm using this into my crease just so that I have a nice crease shade to start off my look. I'm also going to blend this in very well and blend it straight into my inner corner. I'm also going in with the shade Sparks Fly, and I'm going to as well apply this into my crease and right into my inner corner because I want to make sure that this crease shade has a nice mixture and a really nice dimension. And you can see here that I'm really buffing this out because it's much more of a darker shade than I expected. So that's why I decided to buff it out and really blow it into that crease. So now I'm going back into the palette and I'm taking the black shade in the palette, which is called Black Magic. And this is a really, really good black. In fact, more pigmented than I was expecting once again, because I started to put it on the outer portion of my lid and I realized very quickly, oh, this is really pigmented. So I tried to use very light strokes just so that I don't have too much harshness on the lid before I can go in and blend it. And as you can see here, I'm just blending everything out. And that gives us a good base to work with before we pack on more shadow. And you can see here that when I am blending it out, I'm also blending it up into the crease, just so that the crease has a nice good transition between the two blacks on the outer corner as well as the inner corner. And I'm going to keep packing that on until I get the darkness that I desire on both ends of my eye. Alright, so next up I'm going back into the palette once again, and I'm taking the shade Sparks Fly again. And the reason I'm taking this shade is because I want to reinforce that crease shade because it kind of got lost with everything that I was doing. So I wanted to reinforce that once again before I went in with our pop of color. Now before going in with the pop of color, I'm taking a little bit of my concealer and I'm going to apply it right where I'm going to apply the color. And what this will do is that it will bring out the vibrance in the color, and it would also make sure that because it's a glitter and a metallic sort of shade, the shine really comes out. So I'm taking the shade Light of the Party from the palette, and this is a more kind of champagne shimmer sort of shade. And I was going to initially go with this instead of going with the other shade that I used later on, but I decided that this one actually helped me out in a way, even though it was sort of like a mistake. So basically this is a really shiny shimmery shade. So what I did first was that I buffed everything in just as if I was going to use this as my pop of color on the lid. And then I went in with Pop Star from the palette. And this is a gold that's really reflective with some flecks of green in it. It's a really nice shade, and I think that it's a really unique shade as well. So I decided to pop this right on top of Light of the Party, and it turns out that the mixture of the two really made a kind of unique gold sort of shade. It was like a champagne-y gold. So I thought that that really worked well for the look I was going for. And then I also took my little blending brush and I'm just buffering this out. I'm also going to apply a little bit more on the lid. As you can see, I'm making tapping motions to do that so that I get the most pigment out of it. Alright, so next up I'm taking the shade Peachy Keen, and this is also very similar to Play It Cool. They're both in the warm tone brown sort of family, but this one's a little bit darker. It's not showing up that way on camera, but it is. And I'm taking this and blending it into my crease area where I have put Sparks Fly, and that's just going to reinforce it. I'm also taking some more of Black Magic and applying it on the inner and outer corners just so that everything is blended nicely and we haven't lost the colors that we had before the pop of color. I'm then taking a clean brush and I'm just blending out any harsh edges. I had a couple of them on the outer edge near the brow bone, so I was just blending that out. So I'm going back into the palette once again, of course, and I'm taking the shades Sparks Fly as well as Black Magic. Now what I'm going to do with these two shades is that I'm going to mix them together on one brush, and more of the black so than the brown, but the brown is just there so that it won't be too harsh. And I'm just applying this on my lower lash line just so that there's an evenness with the smoky look. Alright, so this is one eye completed. I'm going to go do the other eye off camera. Alright, so now that eyeshadow is complete, we're going to move on to the rest of the face. So I'm taking my Kat Von D ink liner in the shade Trooper, and I'm applying this onto my upper lash line. Of course, I'm doing a little bit of a wing. Really small wing, nothing too harsh. You can do a really large wing, a very elongated wing. It would look really nice with this look as well. I'm then taking my Urban Decay Waterline 24/7 Waterline pencil in the shade Legend, and I'm just applying this on my lower lash line just so that I have enough of that smokiness, especially on my actual lash line. For bronzer / contour, I'm going in with my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I'm going to apply this onto the focal points of my face, which are of course my cheekbones. And I'm doing this very lightly. I'm not doing a very sharp contour. You could of course, but that's just me. And I'm doing this on my forehead as well. And I'm also using this same bronzer to contour my nose. So after doing my contour, I realized I need some highlight on my eyes. So I'm taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit. I'm taking the shade Summer and I'm applying this into my inner corner. And I'm also going to apply this on my brow bone just so that I have some shininess and shimmer in that area. I'm also taking my MAC Shimmer Tone Blush in this shade Peach Twist, and I'm applying this onto my cheeks, of course, the apples of my cheeks. And I'm just doing this very subtly, very subtly, because this isn't really the color I would normally choose, but it's the one I have on hand. I'm also taking my eyelash curler and my Benefit Roller Lash, and I'm just going to curl my lashes and get them ready for my falsies. Now of course for lashes, I'm using my Velour lashes in Short and Sweet, and they're applied. So easy, right? And now I'm just going to take my eyeliner and just cover up some of the lash band. I'm then taking my MAC lip pencil in the shade Whirl, and I'm going to just line my lips very roughly because I want my eyes to be really the focal point of my face for this look. I'm then taking my MAC lipstick in the shade Velvet Teddy, one of my favorite shades of lipstick from MAC, and I'm just applying this straight to my lips. Next, I'm going back into my ABH Glow Kit. I'm taking the shade Summer, and I'm going to use this to highlight my cheekbones. I didn't really highlight my nose because I didn't feel that I needed it for this look, so I'm just applying this straight to the cheekbones. I may have applied too much, but you can never have too much highlight, right? So now I'm going to move on and set my face. So I'm taking the Too Faced Hangover RX setting spray and I'm just spritzing my face to complete this entire look. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the final look. It's a really nice golden smoky eye, something really out of my comfort zone. I mostly do these types of looks when I'm going out and a really formal event. But yeah, I just felt like it today. So I hope you guys like this type of look. I did do this entire look as you saw with the 35M palette from Morphe. And I just purchased this palette, but this one is honestly getting there to be one of my holy grails. I really do love the fact that it has a good selection of metallics, you have a lot of mattes, and they're really pigmented shadows as well as blendable, buttery. They're just the perfect shadows, and I see what everybody's talking about on YouTube and such about Morphe, and they're really great. So that's my 2 cents on the palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below what you thought of this video and other videos on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos every single week and turn on post notifications to be notified whenever we upload. We're also going to have a ton of videos for the holiday season, so stay tuned for those and keep up with our social media pages, which will be listed in the description box below. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and thanks for watching. Bye!